Good morning.
Hi.
Hi, Emily. I'm Stacy.
Hi, Stacey. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you.
Hopefully good.
Yes, all good things.
And we have a few more people that are going to join too. We're setting up the Zoom call in our conference room because we have some agents that want to join too.
Perfect.
So I'm going to just go check on them quick and make sure everything's pulling up for them.
Do what you need to do. I just wanted to make sure that I had it all pulled up just in case everybody tried to join early.
Perfect.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for doing that, Emily.
No worries. They're all coming in.
Awesome. Hi, Mary.
Hi, how is everyone?
Great.
It's Monday.
It is Monday.
Holy moly. It's been a busy already. Woohoo. Thank you, Jody.
You bet. Hi, Emily. Hi, Carol. How are you?
Morning.
Todd, Kim. Awesome.
Hi there.
I'm used to marketing, playing music all the time.
I know. Should I turn some? I had some going. I didn't know if it's distracting.
Do we have a singer in the group? Maybe we could just sing along or
I'll sing.
anybody's birthday coming up, maybe?
Oh, every time we go out, we got somebody.
Do we get free dessert?
Ooh,
Yeah, if it's a birthday, you gotta have treat.
Have some depth.
Have some more join.
I knew Dan would not, here, I'll do this. I'll have mine. Wouldn't eat the apples while it's gone. You know what?
I'll have to take these home for his target practice.
Uh-huh.
So we think we're about ready to start.
Think so.
All right. All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for being here with us this morning. If you don't know who I am, I'm Jody Drake Soto, and I'm in the marketing department here at MP Dodge. And I'm really excited for us to have the opportunity to go over some of the different rate pieces that we have on npdodge.com, as well as how we do some of our different communication. So Stacy, if you'll flip to the second slide. So the agenda today, again, you see Stacy and you see Mary there right on the side. And Mary will be working and going over with you. She's our director and vice president of e-commerce. And she'll be going over the agent profiles as well as the website leads and some of the communication tools. And then Stacy is our full-time trainer. And she will be going over the website and giving you more details about that. So Mary, take it away.
Actually, I'm going to flip this back to Stacy and have her start.
Oh,
So
Perfect.
Stacy, take it away.
Okay. First of all, I'm so excited to get to be with you guys this morning. It's a privilege to get to show you npdodge.com. We worked hard on it and we love it. And to kind of start, as you see, this is kind of my list I'm going to run down. I want to show you, first of all, the consumer experience. So I'm going to jump out of our PowerPoint here for just a second. And I want to share npdodge.com with you and walk you through that just a little bit. Give me just a second. And I think we have most of you muted. But if you do have a question, don't hesitate to unmute yourself if you want to ask. I think that we're a small enough group here that it should not be distracting, and we'd love to hear from you if you do have a question.
Indeed.
All right. All right, can you all see? Well, it was Google and now it's npdodge.com. Yes, great. Okay, so first I want to talk you through npdodge.com just a little bit and give you just a quick overview of the consumer experience. Like I said, when we created the site, we redid it not that long ago. We gave it a new facelift and implemented new technology. We did it with the user experience and a lot of research in mind. So the way that things are is for a reason. We really dug into the analytics to see what people were using, what they wanted in a website. And so that's kind of why things are the way that they are. So I want to start first by showing you in the top right corner, our menu. So you'll see these 3 bars and we call that a hamburger menu. It looks like a hamburger. That's kind of there's all these menus that actually have food words attached to them in the tech world. And this is the hamburger menu. So if I say that again, you'll know what I mean. So when I click on the hamburger menu, this takes you to all of our different tabs or all of the different areas where you could do searching. And the first one you come to is buy. So I'm just going to show you a couple things. I'm not going to take the whole morning to show you every single detail. You obviously have the ability to go to our website and look at that yourself, but want to give you a little bit of the background behind some of these pages. So when I click on the map search, it's going to pull up on the left-hand side the map, and on the right-hand side is going to be a list view of the properties that pull within the map search that you see on the left. So you can see all these little dots here, and those are the properties that are pulling over on the right-hand side. Now the user has the ability to narrow down their search at the top if they want to search by a different city or even a school or a subdivision, neighborhood, or even a specific address. The other option they have is that they can move the map around and zoom in and out, and you will see the properties on the right-hand side will change to reflect where they made those changes. So that is the map search. I'm going to go back to that hamburger menu on the top right and open up the buy section again. And I want to show you our advanced search. When I go into the advanced search, we have so many fields that we can narrow down the search criteria of properties here in the advanced search. At the top, you'll see it automatically defaults to residential. Most of the users that come to our site are searching residential properties, so that's where you land. But they do have the option to switch over to multifamily, land, or to go out to a commercial search. The first bar says location. So we can narrow down by location. If I wanted to type in Lincoln, I could pull up Lincoln City. It's going to pull properties on that ticker is what we call it over here on the right-hand side. Now, all the properties aren't pulling in fully right now until we make that full switch in March. But you will see I can narrow down the location. I could add more than one if I wanted to also search another property or another area. I could do that. And then I have all of these search criteria options to narrow down. Price, beds, baths, square footage, year built, property type. And then we can do the property status. So active or pending, maybe they want to search rent or sold, new listings, open houses, and then all of these other filter options. And as I keep scrolling down, there are so many more options you can narrow it down by. Garage spaces, garage types, exterior features, which could include an enclosed porch. Maybe they want to make sure they have a deck or a pool. Home styles. They can search the different home styles. Obviously, that's an important one. Laundry room level, primary bedroom level. So many more. And as you start to narrow down the criteria, you will start to see the property count change on the right-hand side. So that is our advanced search. I am going to go back to that hamburger menu and open it up. And I want to show you underneath advanced search, we have a few what we call quick links or quick search links, like new listings, open houses, foreclosures, luxury homes. These were all selected again based on research and what the user was clicking on. So I can click right here on open houses and it will take me to all of the properties that have open houses coming up. Underneath the buy tab is the sell tab. One page I'm going to show you is this home selling guide. So when I click here, it's going to show us, they can put in their address and get a report for listing their home, more information about what it's like to work with an NP Dodge agent. As I keep going down, you're going to see a seller's guide. We've got an AVM page or an automated valuation model page. Know the market, find an agent, request a CMA, and then the marketing process. So we've got that page under sell. And then another one I want to show you is under agents and company. There is an agent search here, but I'm going to show you that in a different spot as well. That would take us to the full list of agents, but the office search as well. I want to show you your office page is here on our website. So it pulls up all of our offices on the right-hand side in a list view, and again on the left-hand side in a map. They can zoom in and out. You can click on the office on the right to get to the map where it is, or you can click on the map to see there's your Lincoln branch office. If I want more details, I can click here. And it's going to pull up your office here, and it's going to show some of the details for the office, the location. It's going to show the office experience, and then some of you submitted some great reviews about what it's like to work in your office and with your fellow agents there in that office. Right now, we're just showing one for an example, is the only one that's not hidden on the website right now, because we have to make sure we've got everything loaded before we can make it all live. But we needed to have one to show you today. So that is the office search and the office location. And then one other thing I want to show you under the menu, under agents and company, and I'm sure Jody has mentioned this to you guys if you've met with Jody before, but if you go to the Dodge Voice, this is our blog, and our blog encompasses all areas within Nebraska. We've got Lincoln, Council Bluffs, so Iowa as well, and then Omaha area also. I just wanted to show you, this is a really great resource for those of you who are looking for content to share maybe on your social media. We have an awesome blog, and you can come to the blog search here and even type in Lincoln and search and find a ton of great articles about Lincoln specifically. So and there are some that are not specific to a city, but a lot of this is local. So you could share, a holiday blog post. You can show there's 10 speakeasies to visit in Omaha and Lincoln, things to do in the fall in Lincoln. I just wanted to make sure I pointed out this resource to you guys. I know that social media content is sometimes a hard thing to come by. So I wanted to show you that you do have this resource with NP Dodge as well. All right, I'm gonna go back to the home page of NP Dodge. I'm gonna click out. When I click on that top left logo, that is kind of like your home button. That's a universal feature on a lot of websites. If you click on the logo, it will often take you back to the home page. But right here, I wanted to show you this search bar in the middle of the home page. We call this the Omni bar because it's all inclusive. It's kind of like your Google search. You can find a home here by typing in the property, the city, the zip, the school, the property address specifically. And then I'll talk through these other tabs as well. So I want to show you what this search looks like. And I'm going to just use the example of 2651 Seavers Court. And when I search for that property, it again is going to take me to the map view. I'm going to see the map on the left and then the property on the right. I can click this property to get to more details. Here I can thumb through the pictures here. And then if I scroll down, I can see more details of the property. And then if I want to see full details of the property, I can click here. But what's nice is if I was searching, instead of maybe a specific property and I put in a location or a school district, and then I click search and I had multiple properties, I could easily click out of that to go back to my other search results and then go into those without having to go back and forth to click my back button to get to it. So I can just easily close that out, get more details without going to the full details page. All right, next thing I want to show you, I'm going to click on that logo in the top left corner again to go back to the home screen. And I want to show you this Price My Home button. When I click on Price My Home, it allows me to enter my address. I'm just going to use my own personal address because it's the easiest for me to do here. But feel free to go out and put your home addresses in there. When I click on it, it's going to take me to a page for pricing my home. And this is kind of like an auto valuation as well. Basically what this page is going to do, it's going to talk the client through or that consumer through what an estimated home value looks like when it's pulled from the public sites such as Zillow, home valuation, and then public data. And then it's going to talk about how there's such a difference between all of those and really the value that an agent brings, especially when it comes to knowing the market in that area and being able to really drill down to help them to figure out their property's value. So this is a great page on the site as well that we've seen a lot of traffic to. So that's just a little bit of details on that page. I'm going to scroll back up to the top, click on that logo in the top left corner, and that will take me back to the home page again. Does someone have a question? No? Okay. So I'm going to click on the agent search and just show you how I can also in this Omni bar or all-inclusive search bar type in an agent's name. We're using Valerie as an example because we were able to get her profile up partially so I can show you this here. So it's going to pull in your contact information. There's her phone number. On this side is a contact form. As I scroll down, this is where your bio lives. I know we've been asking for your bios ahead of time so that we can get those loaded onto the website. This is where those will live. And then on the right-hand side, more contact information, your designations, the office branch you're in. And if you have any social media accounts, those will be listed right here. In this case, she has her Facebook page. If you have other accounts such as Instagram, Twitter, really any social media platform you could think of, it could all appear here if you have those. And like I said, not all properties are pulling in yet. We're just showing this as an example. It's not all fully live yet, but here is where your listings would show. Your active listings are here. And then you have a tab where the consumer could see your sold listings, kind of your whole book of business is here. Really great testament to you as an agent. And that's at the bottom of that profile. All right. I'm going to open it up for questions. I'm going to go back to the home page. I know that was a quick overview of the website. I'm happy to answer questions or if there's anything else that you want me to cover. Mary, Jody, want to add anything?
There's a lot of chatter about the other office, the Cornhusker office. As I have been given some information about how those are entered into the MLS, we might want to have some further conversation about that office. So I'm going to leave that one to further discussion. So let's put that on our further discussion list, if you don't mind. The fact that all of your listings are under one office in the MLS makes this kind of a different kind of talking point. So I'm going to leave that one off to the side a little bit. Any other questions? I'm trying to read the chats too. Jody was right. The consumer can actually go on the advanced search that Stacy showed you and just search NP Dodge listings. Otherwise, it shows all the listings, both from Paragon and Flex. What's that?
Let's see if we can get,
Time up?
I'm gonna try and mute anybody who's not. I think we're good.
Oh, I just don't want to make it sure that, and you know, everybody's okay here.
Everyone's safe.
Okay.
No
Anything
question?
else? Anything else in the chat?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, we might go back here.
Oh,
And then I'm going to go ahead and send it back to Mary. And Mary's going to talk through, I know you saw on that bio page or that agent profile, you saw that form on the side that the consumer can fill out information to contact you. So she's going to talk through all of those lead forms for you.
okay. So again, my name's Mary Sindelar. I'm Vice President of Business Operations for NP Dodge. I've been here since 2005, so about 17 years. And my team kind of manages some recruiting efforts specific to new agents, as well as relocation, and then of course, e-commerce, which is the websites, the leads. So I want to talk a little bit specifically about e-commerce. So first and foremost, we run everything through the website. When a lead comes in for an agent, the first thing we do is we text the system texts the agent. So what I put on this slide is the phone number, literally the phone number that the texts are going to come in. Every single one of your agents is going to want to add this to their phone. And we've had agents put all kinds of descriptions on it. You know, website lead or you know, business opportunity, whatever that is, make it unique. Know that when it comes into your phone as a text, that you know exactly it's coming off the website and it's a lead. We do, based on what we have experienced and what the consumer expects, we do have what we call a 5-minute rule. Now, that means that if you get a lead on your listing, let's say, so it's your listing, as Stacy showed you on the actual listing information, they can contact the agent who has that listing. And if that lead comes out to the agent, they get the text, the first thing that they need to decide is, can I respond to this lead within the 5 minutes? So we expect that, but not we expect it, but the public does. So the consumer experience is elevated by the fact that, and we've all been there, you know, when you get great service, you're like, oh, thank you. And it's amazing when it happens and how it makes you feel. We also have statistics that show the first agent that contacts a consumer is usually the person that they work with. So after the 5 minutes, the agent is instructed to go to their email, and they have at that point in time a decision to make. Do I accept this lead off of my listing or do I decline it? So if you're in the middle of a CMA presentation, if it's your day off, if you're with your kids, you know, be cognizant of that. So, but if you can respond, and you know you've got some time, accept the lead. It'll be placed in your name. We follow up with the contact information, and I'll show you how all of this flows in a moment. When Stacy showed you the agents, so when you go to an agent's profile, also you can fill out a lead form. So on Valerie's, as you saw, a consumer can go on, search Valerie, and send Valerie a lead saying, I want to work with you, Valerie. I know you. Those do not have what we call the 5-minute rule or any kind of rules around it. Why? We consider that a consumer coming onto the website, searching an individual agent, and they know that agent, and they want to work with that agent. So that particular situation, it just comes to you. Again, you'll get the text, you go to your email, the contact information is there, and you can reach out to your client. Make sense? So basically, there's 2 kinds of leads. So we're going to go first to what does it look like if it's a website lead on my listing. So here's a particular listing. This happens to be Mike's Stories. I heard that you met him. We love Mike. But this is his listing. If you go to the next slide, this is where the consumer comes in and fills out their information. So first name, last name, email address, phone number is optional, but we get a majority of phone numbers off of these leads. Probably about 70% have phone number attached. And then they can also indicate is if they want to do a schedule a showing, which is the next slide, it opens up to a preference. Do you want morning? It also gives you a date that you can prefer. So you can say, I want to see it on the 15th in the afternoon, and then that'll be embedded in the email. Once you accept the lead and the contact information comes to you, this data will be in that form as well, in the email form. Okay, so this is what the consumer gets back once they hit enter. So it just says, thank you for contacting us. We will respond as soon as possible. Next slide. So this is what it looks like on the lead form. So the very first one is new lead. You have 5 minutes to respond. Check your email. That's the text. And then if you look down below, this is where the accept decline email, how it shows. It gives the address, whether you want to accept or decline, but it also gives you the date and the morning. That's that preference that I showed you prior to. And then next, once you accept it, this is what the consumer sees. Thank you for contacting me. It has the address and then your signature on the bottom and your name. Sorry. So this is what the agent receives once they accept the lead. It says, thank you for accepting the lead. This is your lead and not affiliated with Net Team. So remember we were talking about whether an agent has to make that decision whether to accept or decline. If they decline, we have about 43 agents here who actually respond to those leads within those timeframes, that 5-minute rule. So know that if it is your day off, you are in the middle of another presentation, you are with your kids, know that we have people here that respond to those leads and will set up a showing for that agent's listing, for their listing. So we never leave our consumers out there without a response back. Make sense? And this is basically the 10-minute update. So we know once you accept the lead within the 5 minutes, we will ask you, how did it go? So there's a 10-minute lag time, and then you're going to get another email saying, how did it go? And then these are the choices. When you say click here, all you got to do is respond and click on one of these responses. It's an active buyer or seller. I didn't get a response back. Now, it doesn't change the status unless you tell, excuse me, unless you tell us that it's lost. For example, they may have contacted the consumer and the consumer says, hey, I've got an agent. So you could do lost consumer engaged another firm, which is that second one from the bottom to the right. So unless you tell us it is your lead, it's your client, and you can work with them going forward with no referral fees. Make sense? I'm trying to read the chats as well. So this is just an example of Valerie's on her agent profile that someone could go in and actually fill out the lead form and submit it directly to Valerie. And that is that agent direct business where there is no 5-minute rule. There's no updates to it. We just know that consumer belongs with Valerie. Any questions on leads? And I'm trying to read this. Is this strictly for listing leads, or does this work with contact agent on the website too? So the contact agent, that's what that agent direct is when they're on your profile page. You probably mentioned it, but what happens if you respond outside of the 5 minutes? If it's outside the 5 minutes, that comes back into e-commerce to be assigned to one of those net team members or the e-team members who will actually reach out to the client. Now, why do we do that? Again, the expectations of the public. But secondly, we want to be able to show your listing. So if somebody comes on and really wants to see your listing and you're busy, we want to make sure that we've got somebody responding to them and getting a showing for your listing. Make sense? Couple of other things I want to talk about. Email access. So in order to get to your email, you're going to go to email.mpdodge.com. And I have provided in red your password. Now, the first time you sign on, it's going to request that you create your own password. But keep this PowerPoint, and maybe I can even put it in a list of other passwords that you're going to need. But certainly this one is important. I'm also going to follow up with some information about getting your email accessibility to your phone for Android and iPhone. Next is our proactive email group. And we love this group of people. It's an easy way to email everyone who is in proactive. And the majority, Stacy, do we know percentages of how many are in proactive? I would say almost 90% of our agents are in this email group.
Yes.
So proactive will include everybody within the company, within residential. And it can be and is set up strictly for real estate business. You've got a new listing coming up. You've got an open house you want to promote. You've got, you've got a situation with whatever that is, but it does have to be real estate related. So proactive at mpdodge.com is what you would email to, and it'll go out automatically to the entire group. Buy sell is a little different, and it opens it up a little bit more. It can be outside of real estate. For example, if you've got a client who's selling a dining room set, you've got a friend who's selling a car. We've even seen like football tickets, basketball tickets. So this is the buy sell piece is really for outside of real estate, but certainly a service that our agents kind of, appreciate being able to email all of the agents. Last but not least, so you saw your profile on npdodge.com. If there are any changes to that profile, not that it happens very much, but if your phone number changes, maybe if you want to update your bio. And by the way, for those who we didn't get a bio from, we will put a default bio on your profile account so that you have something out there. So any website changes to your profile, send to agent, ACD, at npdodge.com. And somebody once asked me, Mary, was there a band, ACD? Anyway, somebody asked me, Mary, what does ACD stand for? And I said, add, change, or delete. So it's agent, add, change, or delete, acronym, at npdodge.com.
Mary, there's a question down there for you.
Oh, I see. So do I have my list of follow-up things to do? So this is one of them. The E-team as well as relocation is probably for maybe another day or another moment, but certainly soon. Yeah, Jill and I plan to talk to you about both E-team and relocation. So that's a follow-up list item. Who is not on proactive, or are we automatically on it? So you're going to be automatically on it. We have a few that request to be opted out. Now, this is not of my thinking because I love emails. I live in email land. So, but and I would encourage you will all be added for one thing. I would encourage you to let it run for about a month. Don't make a decision in your first month about opting out. But if you choose to want to opt out, send that to website changes, agent ACD at npdodge.com, and we'll take you out of it. But please try it for at least a month because I think you'll see the value in it. Would Jody and Stacy agree with that? Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep. Let's go back to seeing everybody's faces. Are we done with the PowerPoint? Yeah. So any questions for me? I kind of lost my voice a little bit through there and I had to, is anybody a fan of Red Bull? Oh. No. Like, do they sell it in Lincoln?
Alex says yes.
Yes, I do.
He loves it.
I love it. Oh my. Anything else for me or Stacy? Yes, love. Oh, I got somebody. Yeah, I'm a fan too.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for your time. Stacy did record this, so she'll be able to send that to Emily, so you'll have that in case you have any future questions. We're looking forward to March 1st. So, and I know you have your awards event tomorrow, and congratulations to all of you. And we look forward to seeing you in a few days.
And truly, if you have any questions, reach out personally to me. Like I said, I love email, so if you want to email me, I'm here. This was fun, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.